I'm not tired. Are you tired? I'm not tired. Well, folks, thank you so much. On behalf of the Murray family, the Cassidy family, I just want to thank you all for being here today. You are not just welcomed, but appreciated. We're here in honor of Cassidy, whose legacy will live on through this foundation. That'll be a lifeline for families going through similar life-altering tragedies, making vital support such as grief therapy and trauma support accessible to everyone who has to walk the dark and lonely road of unthinkable loss is a life-saving gift through this foundation. I'm sure you've heard of the saying, when Irish eyes are smiling, yes? And I think you'll agree when I tell you that that saying was created because of people like Cassidy. Because if you knew her, and I know you did, when she smiled with her entire being, from her toes to the tip of her head. It was infectious. And I know that when she came into my class, I used to call her the tornado in a tutu. She had so much energy, confidence, and a lust for life. And you are all bringing that here today. And it's an honor for us to be able to hear that and feel that, especially for this family. I mean, it's a no-brainer that the mission of the Cassidy Murray Foundation is very fitting, because Cassidy was the kind of girl who wanted to help people. And now her legacy gets to live on through this foundation. And to think that a family who have been going through and continue to go through torment day after day have found the strength in their grief to help other families who are going through or who will go through unimaginable loss is a testament to the incredible humans that they are as a family. Please give it up for the Murray family, folks. Finally, before I welcome Dave on, I do have to say that you were very brave to pick a theatre girl as your MC. My knowledge of sports is quite limited, and I know I'm amongst friends here when I tell you a very brief story that my first date in Boston, my boyfriend took me to Fenway Park. And when the crowd started cheering, I jumped up and shouted, "Touchdown!" And somehow, he still married me. Folks, I'm going to hand you over now to a man who has been through more than any father should ever have to go through, yet he has managed to find the strength to rally on for his beloved Cassidy. Please, with all of your energy and love in your heart, give it up for Dave Murray.
Wow, this is incredible. I don't think Glover has ever seen anything like this before. I want to welcome you all here this morning. I know it's hot, and for Stan and taking the time to get here, took us a few minutes, but we got here. On behalf of my wife, Linda, my son, Adam, thank you all so much for being here today. Today wouldn't have been at all possible without so many people that I have to thank who have played and have helped us pull this together at blazing fast speed. This was started just over 2 weeks ago, and we're all here, due to a lot of people. Ed Keohane literally orchestrated this whole thing, has been by our side since day one. Ed was the first face you saw on the news while we were still in Aruba. Can't thank him enough. We set up our own, we set up our own committee, family, friends. I have to thank Eileen Keohane, Sarah Gibbons, Amy Gordon, Katie Schultz, Erin Northrup, and Kelly Beckett. All helped us pull this together, and they were working 24/7. They really were. We're so grateful to the town of Milton for their help with this event, especially Chief King and the Milton Police and the whole police department, Mr. Berkeley of the DPW, Principal McDavitt, and Superintendent Burrows of the Milton Public Schools. Also the countless family, friends, neighbours, and community like yourselves that got us through this. We really cannot thank you enough. And of course, I guess I should thank somebody else. We wouldn't be here without the wonderful Cassidy family, Bruce, Julie, Cole, and of course Cassidy's BFF, Shannon, who, if anybody has TikToks, I'm sure you've seen them on millions of TikToks, over and over and over again. Our beautiful daughter Cassidy is definitely smiling down on us today, for sure. It's been 477 days since we lost our Cass, and our world turned upside down. Now, most of you know Linda's a runner. You've seen her out in the streets day after day. She has always said movement heals. It's so true. We have to keep moving. We can't lie down. We just have to keep moving, and we're moving for Cassidy and to help others. We're going to honor Cassidy's memory by helping others. We started with Aruba. We worked hard to create awareness and make changes to safety laws when it comes to water activities. We couldn't stand by and watch another family endure what we've experienced. We're so grateful to the media for sharing our story, for Congressman Stephen Lynch and the US State Department joining our cause. The same day that Coach Cassidy told us he wanted to bring the Stanley Cup here to Milton, we got word from Aruba showing us they are finally listening after all this time. They're planning to make safety reforms in Cassidy's name. We pray it's real and not an empty promise, but we will keep fighting because it will keep others safe. Now, with this foundation, we hope to help others like us. We want to be there for people who experience tragic loss, and especially in the earliest days of grief and shock. Mental health therapy has helped our family immensely, but resources can be hard to find and they're expensive. We want to be the light for others in Cassidy's name. At this point, there's no one better to tell you about that and to tell you about Cassidy than our closest friend and her big brother. Please welcome Adam to the stage.
Good morning, everyone. Thank you, Dad. You always did everything and anything Cass asked of you. She would be so impressed that her silly dance partner is now an official public speaker. I also want to thank everyone else for being here today. I saw firsthand the incredible amount of work that went into making today possible. A quick catch-up call between Julie Cassidy and my mom set the wheels in motion 2.5 short weeks ago. It was nothing short of a miracle to pull this off in such a short amount of time, and I'm honored to be here today with each of you at Glover Elementary School, where Cassie and I were students for many years. It was just over a year ago that I stood on a stage similar to this in a church instead of a school. I looked out into a vast sea of broken-hearted faces as I gave Cassidy's eulogy. I did my best to capture all that she was during her way too short time on this earth, and I was grateful to be the one who got to capture her magic. It was my job then to make sure that the world knew what a wonderful kid she was. As I stepped down from the podium that day, I thought, how can this be the end of Cass? At that time, many people spoke of legacies and keeping a memory alive, but I knew nothing about that world. But here we somehow are today, and we stand 18 months later about to launch the Cassidy Murray Foundation. When my mom and dad and I returned to Milton last year from Aruba, shell-shocked and shattered over what had happened to my sister, we were surrounded immediately and constantly by family and friends who jumped in to provide love and support 24/7. I remember a couple of weeks upon returning, saying to my parents, I don't know how I'm going to live. And I didn't. I had to learn how to survive carrying the weight of grief. It took some time, but we found help. My parents showed signs of moving in hope, which brings me here today and why we are all here. We hope to honor Cass and work in her name, keeping her legacy alive by helping families when they need it most. With the launch of the Cassidy Murray Foundation, we hope to be able to help families who are plunged into grief following a tragic loss. We hope to be able to increase access to mental health resources, including trauma and grief therapy for families like mine. And we hope to expand educational opportunities for young people dealing with grief and trauma. It's a typical hot Thursday morning in July, and I should be jumping in a pool somewhere with my little sister. We should be pulling up our shirt sleeves comparing who has more freckles this summer and whose skin is the least Irish, the most tan, and the least likely to peel. Tonight, Cass should be begging me for a ride to Sweet Frog or asking my parents if 5 girls can all sleep over last minute and then go to the beach tomorrow morning as soon as they wake up. We can't do any of these things, but what we can do is have hope that we will survive and we will help others along the way. We are so honored that Coach Cassidy, Mrs. Cassidy, Shannon, and Cole decided to share the cup with us and help awareness for Cassidy's Foundation. My job as a big brother for today is now done, and Coach Cassidy, the microphone is yours. Thank you so much, and here we go.
Obviously, thanks to everyone for turning out today. I can't thank Dave, Linda, and Adam enough for what they're doing going forward here and to create memories in the name of their daughter, Cassidy, who was a terrific young girl. So thanks again, and hopefully help some people along the way. I thought I would try to do my part once we won the cup because, let's face it, the cup's pretty cool to have here. So with that, I want Shannon has a few words to say, and then we'll try to get on with the proceedings.
Hi, I'm Shannon Cassidy, and I just want to thank you guys all for coming here to support the Cassidy Murray Foundation. Cassidy was my best friend, and she was the best person I've ever met. So sweet, so kind, so happy. She had the biggest smile. And I just want you all to remember that, to always let your smile change the world, and don't let the world change your smile.
Thank you. Okay, I know it's hot out, so make sure you're hydrating, but the cup will be over here, and there's a lot of people, so we'd like to get everyone through. Hopefully everyone gets a good memory with the cup and can catch up. So, yeah, let's go. Let's get some pictures, eh? Thank you. Thank you again.